Okay, so let's talk blade maintenance for a minute. This is one of my favorite things that I get to do. I've got the house to myself today, and I have just sprawled out all of my gear across the table. I've got all of my sharpening products out, and then I've also got a lot of the knives that I've neglected over the past year out as well. This one in particular has really been beat to death over the past year, and it was in need of some major blade maintenance, getting chips out and all that sort of thing. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna flip the camera around, and we're gonna talk about a little bit of this gear, and then I'm also gonna show you all a few knives that either you've already seen in a little bit of content or you're gonna be seeing a whole lot more of. So let's flip that camera around and take a look real quick. Okay, so number one, I use the Worksharp Pro Precision Adjust for the majority of my sharpening now. And I've got a full review up of this sharpener at anthonyawaken.com. I'll link that down in the description or wherever links are found. And in this clamp right here, this is a really cool blade. And I have used and abused this one. This is the Corvus Puukko Light, and this is by Corvus Knife and Tool. This was in need of some major blade maintenance. I had chips all in it. This is my main fish processing knife. And as you can tell, that is a very, very thin blade. The camera honestly always has a hard time focusing on this one because it is so thin. But this is one of my go-to knives for fish processing. And then also I have this folding fillet knife, and this one is in need of some blade maintenance as well. But this one is by Toadfish. I like this one a lot to keep in my pack whenever I'm processing fish while I'm out, but I also use this one here around at home a lot as well. And then this is a new blade that I am currently testing. This is the Rewild Gear Gasper 4. I want to say this one is made by White River Knives, and this has been a fantastic blade. I've absolutely loved this one. This is a really comfortable handle, good flat ground blade. I've kind of went towards flat ground blades here lately instead of all Scandies like I did whenever all I was doing was in the woods. This is a cool blade as well, speaking of flat ground blades. So this is the Awaken Edition Mini Puukko, and this one is by Kodiak Woodsman. This is a collab that he and I did. And this one has my signature orange there with black. Those are my two favorite colors together. And this one is a flat ground blade, and it is absolutely phenomenal. This is a very, very comfy handle. I don't know when he's going to make more of these, but definitely go over and give him a follow. His work is fantastic. And that one came with kind of a traditional Puukko style neck sheath. Dig that a lot. Then I've been using and abusing the Topsail Pionero, which I do have a full review up on my YouTube channel of this, and I also have a written article of this one as well. And this blade, it is going to be in this clamp next because I've used it and it really needs a new sharpening. I've said enough about this blade. You all know that I absolutely love it. This one has had a hard time leaving my pocket. And speaking of what is in my pocket, let me grab it out. So this one is the Bowman Made Knives Canebrake, and he and I talked about this one quite a bit whenever he was designing it, and he actually put Awaken right there, which is pretty cool. Dig that. This is a super, super cool handle. And back to the name, we actually were talking in Instagram DMs, and he named it while we were talking. He named it Canebrake. I thought that was a very fitting and cool name for this one. Canebrake is another name for a rattlesnake, if you're not familiar. So I think that's really cool. Dig the colors that he chose on this one as well. And as far as other things that I use here with my Worksharp Pro Precision Adjust, I've got a few things sitting around. I use a leather strop a lot whenever I'm just like watching TV at night or unwinding around a campfire. But that doesn't have anything to do with the Pro Precision Adjust. I keep a shop towel around, and this is just for wiping blades off. I typically keep this wet, and then I just wipe the blade to get all of the metal shavings off. And this one is actually a NAFS shop towel. I dig that a lot. My buddy Ben, he sent that one to me. And as far as other things, I do keep a little angle finder here, and this one is by NAFS as well. So that way, if I'm not too sure what the blade angle actually is, then I can just sit it down in here like so, and I can find that angle. Thank you guys so much for joining me here in my kitchen while I'm maintaining some blades. If you want to see more about the Worksharp Professional Precision Adjust, head over to my website, anthonyawaken.com. I'll drop a link down in the description and you can check this sharpener out in more detail. And if you all want a full video where I'm taking beaten up blades that have chips in them and everything and transforming them into razor sharp mirror's edge blades again, let me know. If there's enough interest, then I'll try to get that into the queue so that you all can check that out. And speaking of upcoming videos, please make sure that you are liking, commenting, and subscribing on these videos. That really helps me battle against the algorithm, and it lets them know that you all are interested in the content that I'm creating. I've already got the next month booked out for videos, and then I've probably got 2 months more of ideas that I would absolutely love to integrate as well. But like I said, I more than appreciate you all checking this video out, staying until the end. Fist bump to you. And I've got so much more to come. So I'll catch you all in the next one. Oh, don't go anywhere. I forgot one last piece of gear, and that is the neck knife that I'm wearing. I'm sure you all were curious, and this is the Tops MSK 2.5. I absolutely love this blade. Carried it for a couple of years now, and what I'm rocking it as is a little neck knife kit. So I have a Ranger band, a little bit of hemp rope, and a ferro rod toggle, so it's pretty much already a fire starting package. I also have an extra little Ranger band down here, but if you go around to the back, this is where the fire kit really rounds itself out. I've got a fire plug right here, a beeswax candle that is broken in half. The bigger one with the wick not exposed is mainly used for repairs, and then this part right here is used for fire extending, flame extending. Then a couple of little mini glow sticks. These things are awesome for marking your campsite whenever you walk away at night, or you can do that on the end of your fishing rod. You can attach it there, so that way if you're night fishing you can see that thing bend over. Glow sticks are awesome. We all love them. And speaking of awesome, the shirt from my buddies over at Uberleben Field Fire Die. Little dude right there working hard to get his hand drill ember down here. We know how hard that is. So he's putting in work. Love that shirt. Love this neck knife. That is the end of the video. Into the gear.